Salute, people. Man. It's a good day to be a LeBron James hater, ain't it? What did we just witness, y'all? I got my big homie WildCard more pulling up. Uh, he gonna pull up when he get here, but we gonna break down this Lakers and Nuggets game, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Showtime on Point, Showtime on Point Nation, just over there in Nate Street in the chat. Boys really talking some basketball, so just want to shout out to the big bro and the crew over there. But bro, what are the Lakers gonna do? What are the Lakers gonna do at this point? What is the adjustment? Shout out to the chat, man. But I heard cats over there. They calling for Max Christie. That's how bad it is in Laker Nation, y'all. They're calling for Max Christie. And shout out to my big bro Wildcard Mar. He a Laker fan, so he'll be able to give us a inside inside scoop on what's the temperature in Laker Nation right now. As I just do not see any kind of way, left, right, north, south, any kind of way that the Lakers can beat the Denver Nuggets right now. The Denver Nuggets they got their number, man. They got the Lakers number. And you don't allow somebody to say that they're your quote unquote daddy. You don't allow that and then proceed to continuously lose to that team. The Lakers gave their best shot. I believe we seen honestly their best effort. That was as good as it was gonna get for the Lakers tonight. That first half, and just as the game proceeded to go along, uh, if you didn't see the game tonight, man, it was a Shakespeare act. If you're a Lakers fan, the Lakers went up by 20 points, guys. Okay, can you imagine how you feel at the half? They was up by 15. I couldn't imagine. Now I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. I can't imagine a scenario at all of us being up 20 points on an NBA champion in a playoff game at the half. 15 respectfully. I'm capping a little bit, but I remember getting up, making myself something to eat, and at that point the Nuggets was down by 20 points. By the time the food was ready to be served, the Nuggets they cut the lead to about 11. And I believe this was in the third quarter they started making their rally. Because by the fourth quarter they cut it down to 7. So this was in the middle of the third quarter. I'm making the food. The food is ready to eat. Lead gets diminished from 20 to 11. And from that point on, guys, that's when the Lakers just began to choke. We talking turnovers. We talking bad shots. Just utter meltdown. And you talking about a guy like LeBron James. Now I know I crack a lot of LeBron James jokes. I'm not abashed by that, but at any point or at any extent. But it is a point where you start feeling bad for your enemy, man. You know what I mean? I feel bad for him because there's nothing this dude can do. I remember the old Miami Heat days, when Dwayne Wade and LeBron James was running the league, and they were the proverbial Denver Nuggets of their day, kind of. But wait on my boy Wild Card, man. I'm gonna give me a little night walk in. Been sitting down on my legs all day, get some blood flow. Your boy don't hoop that much no more, so I try to keep my exercise up. But yeah, man, a 20-point lead. 20-point lead. I couldn't imagine again. Laker Nation. And I was over in Showtime's chat. You know, them cats was doing a lot of capping at the Lakers fans. And they was very excited at the half. And I told them just hold on. Hold on. The same message I got for Celtics Nation and Clippers Nation, I got for Laker Nation. Anytime they got a lead on the Nuggets, hold on. Keep watching the movie. I said it in the Showtime chat. I'll say, hey, bro, listen. This whole Lakers and Nuggets thing it's almost secular. You know what I mean? We can almost call it. The first half, we're going to get a Laker surge, right? Lakers gonna look like a contending team of the West. They're gonna look like they can actually beat the Denver Nuggets. Then in the second half, and more so even in the fourth quarter, we didn't even got to give them an entire half. In the fourth quarter, we started noticing that the Denver Nuggets uh, get real busy, and whatever lead, momentum, advantage the Lakers have is immediately eliminated. Cause that's when the Denver Nuggets decide they're gonna clock in, come to work, do their thing, and do their job, and then the Lakers are just at their mercy. Jamal Murray, I've been saying this for a while, and I've been getting a lot of pushback. I've been saying this for at least since the bubble. Uh, Jamal Murray, bro, is the second best point guard in the NBA, not named Steph Curry. I got a personal nickname for Jamal Murray. I call him Jamal Curry in the playoffs. I think everybody's saying that playoff, playoff P, playoff Rondo, all that stuff has been kind of played out. So my thing is when Jamal Murray's in the playoffs, he turns into Jamal Curry, bro. And what else? What more does he got to prove? You know what I mean? What more can the man say? We got the big bro. Welcome, welcome.
What's happening, Brody?
Oh man, I'm on the high right now, man. I'm in a full-fledged war with yo, not yo LeBron. I know you're a Lakers man, but LeBron sexual. So I was in the
Nah,
chat,
man.
big bro. I was over in the chat. I'm sorry, with a bunch of Lakers fans and the emotions, the emotions.
Yeah, they ain't got the emotions in check because they ain't came to the realization that this is just not a good roster.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it just ain't a good roster to put together. I don't care what they say. I mean, you you lack everything that it takes to beat the Denver Nuggets. You got to be a well-rounded team to beat the Nuggets, man.
Yep.
They just not it. You got an aging superstar who is just holding on and keeps stat chasing. You got a second superstar who don't know if he wants to be a top superstar or not. He don't know if he want to be that dog or not. And after that, you got a whole bunch of reserves that even don't even know if they want to play their role half the time. So, this is what happens when you take a guy like Rob Pelinka, and no disrespect, he was a great sports agent, but you ain't a great general manager, bro. I mean, this is what happens. I mean, you put a team based off of I guess suggestions by your agent superstar. You want to be Le GM instead of just staying and sticking to be LeBron, but you know
Mm-hmm.
what this is what you get.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. You're hitting the dime on the head. You're hitting the nail on the head. The
So
Lakers. They got y'all. I mean, I don't want to keep saying y'all, big bro, because I know you rock with the purple and gold, but I don't feel
yeah.
like you got anything to do with this. You know what I mean? You just
Nah. Man, hey, it's so bad, dog, that Lakers fans get mad at me when I say I don't claim that bubble championship. They get mad at me,
yeah,
dog.
yeah. I didn't seen that. Yeah, I didn't seen in the show. You getting
They
so
get
much.
mad at me, and I'm like, I mean, you get mad all you want, but you tell me who benefited the most from 3 months off before they went to the bubble more than LeBron and AD. You tell me who benefited more. Okay, I'll wait.
My big brother right now, 40 years old. You get him 3 months off, he can hoop with us. He can hoop with us for a couple weeks.
So like I broke it down to people like this. AD, man. So Anthony Davis, the dude would literally, if he get out the shower and slip if the floor wet in his feet, he slip, he gone it. He a done deal. Like if homeboy belts too hard, man, he might blow his back out. He fart too hard, man, he might have a whole hammy gone, bro. So like the dude, that was a point in time where dude was getting hurt off of any and everything, bro. He brushed his teeth too hard, man. He might have a dislocated jaw. Like dude was just getting hurt off of any and everything. So and then that was at the beginning of when LeBron first came to the Lakers. That was his first 3 or 4 years. He was hurt. He was missing time like crazy, and he was never missing time till he got to the Lakers. This man was missing 20 plus games a year, and of course, I get it. He logged a lot of minutes between all the playoff runs and playing the Olympics, but you tell me who benefited the most during COVID when that shit hit and they had 3 months off before they went to the bowl. You tell me. Motherfuckers can say whatever they want, but hey, man, 1 + 1 ain't 11. It's 2. So
Say it again, big bro. And that's, we got to, unfortunately, in the sports world, we got an unhealthy amount of casual fans, who only get notifications. They won't do their actual research. Even tonight, all they're going to hear is Jamal Murray hit a game winner. They're not going to understand that the Lakers actually had a chance in this game, that the
bro,
Lakers should have won this game. You know what I mean?
dog, at the end of the day, I don't care what nobody say. You can't blow a 20-point lead no matter who your opponent is.
Come on.
You can't blow a 20-point lead.
Preach. Respectfully, and LeBron, to his credit, he mentioned this, unless you playing Golden State and they hot. You know what I mean? They going 60% from the three.
Yeah, that's something different. Steph and Clay get hot and they shooting lights out. They shooting at the logo and they just popping like that. But you up 20 points. And this is where it comes down to, where you look at the roster and how they not set up to close out games. Like, come on, man. Like, they was fighting to keep Austin Reeves. Where Austin Reeves go in the clutch time, man? Where he go?
Yeah.
Huh? Somebody tell me what happened to him in the clutch.
They fought to keep Roy. Y'all fought to keep. The Lakers fought to keep D'Lo. All of these guys was we must needs. Although y'all, and I know the Lakers was trying to trade D'Lo. I think that's kind of foolish, considering in the first half of this game right here, you see what D'Lo is about. He's a hot pocket. He could definitely get you 18, 20 off the bench.
Yeah,
but
he's a modern day J.R. Smith.
I would even say Vinny Maxwell, of the old
Spurs. old Rockets. Yeah.
Vernon Maxwell. I said Vinny
Maxwell. Yeah. I mean, there's times where D-Lo can give you your drop your 20 points and can play in the clutch time, but then there's times where he looks pedestrian as hell. Yeah. But I mean, I just think that the Lakers from the beginning, ever since they acquired LeBron, and he signed with them to begin with, I thought they were going to be doomed. And here's my thing. I want Lakers fans to put everything in perspective. So take out that bubble championship, which is questionable, in my opinion. Take it out. Mm-hmm. Just take it out. What do you have left? You have a whole bunch of missing the playoffs, playing games. Mm-hmm. And other than that, not your usual Lakers standard of what that franchise was built on. And then make it worse, bro. Excuse me. Make it worse. You hang that damn in-season tournament banner?
Oh man. Is it any irony, big bro? It's the same color as a black eye.
Come on, bro. I mean, that's not Lakers. That's not Lakers franchise. That's not what they accustomed to. That's not what they do. So like we got to be real about this shit, man. Like, we can't candy coat it, man. And I'm not gonna fake the funk. What's happening? I ain't gonna fake the funk about being a Lakers fan, man. I've been bleeding purple and gold way before LeBron brought his raggedy ass out west. So this ain't the standard, bro.
Yeah,
we championship or bust.
Yep. Every year, no matter what the roster look like, Kobe.
Hey, man.
Said I wouldn't believe it. You know what I mean?
Kobe rolling in his grave the moment they hung up that damn in-season tournament banner, man.
Hey, I said in one of my little tweets, I was like, "Hey, man, Kobe probably upstairs right now, getting Nipsey about his little, having room. Like, hey, come on, man, I just need to get some reps in. They pissing me off again.
Bruh. I mean, this shit, and like I said, like for all you Lakers fans that want to hype about that damn bubble championship, man, come on, man, y'all motherfuckers could miss me with that shit too. So I mean, but as in regards to tonight, man, that's to me, that's just a example of what the hell we've been dealing with for the last 5-6 years. It's just empty calories. Is empty calories, bro. It's nothing substantial. It ain't nothing fulfilling. I mean, come on, man. 20-point lead. What are we doing?
15 at the half, bro.
What are we doing? I mean, what's the excuse? Yeah, I really want to hear the excuse because my thing is, it's not like Anthony Davis. What he actually was playing solid defense on Jokic in the first half. So what happened? You managed to keep him in check for the most part in the first half. What, you get tired? You get gassed out? Well, we need to be a better condition. And if that's the case, then make the changes. My thing is, you this is a situation again. Y'all motherfuckers had to fight to get into the playoffs again. Do the plan, which has kind of been the standard for the LeBron era in Lakers land.
Mm-hmm.
Either playing or missing the playoffs as a whole. That's been the theme.
Yep.
So we can't fake this funk and act like, oh man, the Lakers won that trade, the AD trade. No, I mean, if you want to satisfy with that bubble championship, then I got to question if you a real loyal or not.
I gotta ask you, bro, do you hold, as far as what I'm seeing on NBA Twitter right now, getting a couple of notices, they call it for Darvin Ham. I got this hashtag Darvin scam going around. I'm like, bro, what do you want to do? What do you want him to do? Put on a jersey, put on his Detroit Pistons jersey and get on back on the court? Like, at this point, and I got an interesting fact and figure for you, big bro. As today marked 10 games in a row, the Denver Nuggets have, went into, or either LA or, handle business at home, but 10 games in a row, defeating the Lakers. 10 fourth quarters decided the game. 10 fourth quarter, when the Lakers come into the fourth with a lead, or it's tied, or it's, a 3-possession game, 7-8 point game, and Denver has closed the deal. Whether Joker's playing bad, and all these scenarios have happened. Joker's played bad, they won. Jamal Murray played bad tonight, 8 of 27, they win. Joker and Murray play phenomenally, they dominate. So it's just a matter of the fact, like, hey, do you got any suggestions for Laker Nation, man, on what's the next move?
The next move is they should have been doing what I was just doing. Before I got on, I was cleaning my house. I was cleaning the kitchen. That's the only suggestion I got. I mean, let's be I know we saw the rumors before the trade deadline. Oh, should they trade LeBron? They should have. Here's the deal. Do you want to sell tickets or do you want to hang up another banner? What do you want to do?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to hang another banner, you got to start being realistic with what is on your roster and understand that, hey, maybe I should start looking for some value for AD. If LeBron, you want to keep hanging on for these last couple of years, you want to play with Bronny and you want to still keep stat patting, okay, go do that shit and sell tickets somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because hey man, I'm trying to win championships. And I'm not saying Darvin Ham is the answer to coach. I don't know who the answer is at coach. But I noticed one thing. There's been a full rotation of coaches that's been happening since LeBron's been in the LA land. It was your boy, what was his name? He was in Phoenix. Frank Vogel.
Yeah.
It was a coach before him. I forgot his name.
Luke Walton.
Yeah, Luke was there for a minute. So it's like, there's a revolving door at the coaching seat.
Yeah.
So I don't even think it matters who's coaching the squad if LeBron's still there.
Yeah.
LeBron I mean, people be real about it, man. Coaches don't last with LeBron.
Yeah. Teams don't last with LeBron. You know what kind of chemistry can you build? LeBron has never been a part of a Boston Celtics or a Denver Nuggets or a Golden State where, he went through the fire. He lost it. Real quick, I'm gonna shout out to the homie Real Goons TV. That's my brother, man. He really be supporting. What do you say? Yeah, they cost me in the third and the fourth.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
but
yeah. I knew better. I wasn't gonna put no money on these motherfuckers, dog.
oh, on Denver, I say, I said, put me on, put it all down for a sweep. But
Hey, I knew better, dog. But nah, man. It's one of those situations where we just got to be honest, man. It's okay to restart, and realize that maybe you don't have a championship caliber team. I mean, look what we got for the last few years. We've been a playing quality team, playing.
yeah,
And they got fortunate enough to get to the Western Conference Finals last year. I don't know how that happened, but it still amounted to nothing. As they got swept right out the building.
I'll tell you how it happened, big bro. 2 words: free throws. You do a lot of damage if you get an extra 20, 30 free throws than everybody else.
Yeah, you get a favorable whistle like a motherfucker, man, for real.
You got to hit them. You know what I mean? So to their credit, they hit the free throws. But
My goodness, man, it's I can't even lie, man. It's been very emotional for me for the last 5-6 years being a Lakers fan and watching LeBron on my team, because I'm like, I didn't want you on my team. I'll be honest about that.
yeah,
I and me and you've had conversations about Brian, and this is not just a Brian thing. It's not. I don't dislike the guy. I respect what he does off the court: philanthropy, father, husband. Respect. As a black man, you're a good role model. Respect. I always salute that. I'm talking about the flopping, theatrical, whining on the court, LeBron. That's always been something that I've never been a fan of. And I there's still parts of has he improved parts of his game, of course, but there's still holes in this game that are still prevalent in year 21 that were there in rookie year.
mm-hmm.
So I mean, the dude still ain't a good free throw shooter.
Ain't a good shooter, man. He missed the game winning, the potential game winning three. He had an opportunity to hit the game winning shot a couple possessions before
Yeah.
Jamal Murray did, but that's just been a part of his game. And which is such a hypocrite for the NBA to go, this is a make or miss league, or this is a jump shooting league. But then you also coming out the other side of your mouth talking about this dude who habitually offensively fouls and travels, and, has literally, when the kids say got no bag.
Oh no, he ain't got no bag. He's however he's managed to keep his body in this type of shape. I'll let others speculate. But hey man, I don't just get enamored by the stats. Okay, so what? You got 40,000 plus points. What? Just come on, man. I just never been enamored with the whole super team building. Because this is probably one of my biggest pet peeves, and this is why I really didn't want LeBron to come to the Lakers. Because at the time that he came, we had a whole bunch of young talent,
Mm-hmm.
and it just hasn't maturated. I think Julius Randle was probably still on the squad. Lonzo, and a couple of other young cats. Brandon Ingram,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just a whole bunch of young talent that just hasn't had a chance to maturate yet. And so what LeBron does is when he comes to a team, especially if you're young, he's about to gut it. And give me very expensive old guys
Mm-hmm.
and get rid of young, cheap talent. And so you trade away all your draft picks, all your capitals ate up, and he's going to have a big price tag along with his salary.
Yep.
So now not only did you just take all that young talent that we just had, so you bring in Anthony Davis, you bring in like Russell Westbrook and other players like that, so you're giving up picks, right? You pretty much killed your future for and put yourself in a win now mode. And unfortunately, when you do that, you put yourselves in that type of situation and ain't been a lot of winning. So that was probably one of the biggest things I had beefs what I had with LeBron coming over here was the roster's about to get gutted. So all that young talent gone. And now you got very expensive cats that are old, kind of on the last little fumes of their prime, or some little bit past their prime, and it just wasn't a good recipe. I mean, that's what happened. So, um, I mean, but you know, hey, they can say they sold some tickets.
Which is all you got going for yourself. My
Yeah.
boys give you this exclusive. What is that, Goons?
So as I
And
was playing the first and second quarters, Lakers was up and they were going under each. So at halftime, the line switched. He had the odds favoring the Nuggets, Lakers +5. So I'm like, how? Yeah, yeah. Vegas saw what was about to happen.
you got two eyes and an IQ below above the room temperature level. You saw what was about to happen. And that's why I say only these delusional bronze sexuals and Laker fans were still creating scenarios where somehow, some way, this
Well,
team struggles all year long and limps into a play-in tournament, a participation tournament.
which is exactly what that is. I mean, let's like call it a spade, man. It's a participation trophy. But not only that, I think you saw the run was going to happen at some point in time because they was up way too early. Not only at halftime, but early in that third. I'm like, just give it a minute. Like Jokic ain't gonna stand by this.
Yep.
Um, and not to bring this into it, but I mean, there's a couple of a couple of calls that were kind of they kind of helped well because here's my thing, and it's not a diss on Jokic or Luca or any European players. Sometimes you kind of see how they officiate these European guys a little bit, man. They um NBA is an international juggernaut, and sometimes you got to showcase your international players and make sure that their international money keeps funneling in. Say what you want, you know. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I'm not an idiot neither. So,
Amen.
um, so sometimes you can connect dots like that, but at the end of the day, you still got to do your part as a Lakers team to uh, uh, you know, make sure that you handle business. Still has some questionable shot choices, shot selections, and trying to force feed the ball to LeBron a couple of times, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And then he over here ain't got no bag, and he's trying to dribble through five dudes, and it just wasn't gonna work out. So, uh, you know, sometimes I just think you gotta one of these coaches at one point in time just got to put their foot down. Like, look, motherfucker, you, I'm the coach. I can't have you just you running the team thinking you the coach and the player and the GM. Like let me draw up some plays, man, and get these other players involved that can at
Big bro,
least shoot.
big bro, hold on, man. You ain't never seen. You may ain't caught an episode of that Mind the Game. Uh, uh I guess you're gonna call it a podcast. I call it a glaze fest. But yeah, he be running around with JJ Redick and
Oh
talking
my
all
goodness.
this mind the game. And I've been reading plays since I was 8 years old. My question is this: where's all that mind the game now? How you? Where's all that mind the game when you need to be up 2-0, not down 2-0? So uh, my thing with LeBron James is that the truth. always has a way of coming to the light. The cream always rises to the top. You know what I mean? There's no accident. And we can say what we want about officiating and all that good stuff, big bro. We've seen the whistles favor LeBron. You get the superstar call, you know. You
Yeah.
know, Peyton Watson ain't getting superstar calls. Joker's the one that earned it, so he gets it. You give him a little bit more physicality or whatnot, but
No, no doubt, no doubt. I mean, people be getting superstar whistles since the beginning of basketball, so that ain't nothing new. Um, but I mean, and here's the thing. So like, I saw Anthony Davis talking about he was hurt about not having his name mentioned in the Defensive Player of the Year award. And soon as I swear I saw that early today, and then all of a sudden tonight, the last possession, he made the Cardinal sin. So, do you like 7 foot? And Jamal Murray's what 6'3", 6'4"?
Mm-hmm.
He made the ultimate mistake. He gave him too much space. And not only did he gave him too much space, so he already gave him almost like 2 feet of space. Then he messed around and got faked off the step back. So Jamal Murray had all the space in the world to get that shot off. So my thing is you as a quote unquote you want to be defensive player of the year, you got to close that space. What are you doing giving a shooter space? What are you doing? Like come on, man. What like I you pretty much took your game when you dropped 30 plus tonight, and you pretty just flushed it down the toilet because you failed on the most important part. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. So 32 points, just flushed him right down the drain. Like all that effort went straight down the trash because you couldn't you didn't even close out on the most important play. Didn't even close out on that most important defensive possession. I know some people gonna say, "Oh, that was good defense." No, was it? You don't give shooter space.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah, and that's the thing too. It's the matter of the fact. Uh, like Anthony Davis, man. And I hate this for him because I was a person that was on that hot take of Anthony Davis potentially being the best player in the league. You know, right before Giannis, the emergence of Giannis, Joker, and Embiid. People may not remember this, but it was Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins, but it was really just Anthony Davis. You know what I mean? But since he's left New Orleans, man, he's just shown me that this dude is weak. He's brittle. He's a follower, and he's literally following up LeBron James' blueprint as far as providing us with empty calories. There's no way in the world Anthony Davis should be putting up a 30 burger and it has no impact on the game whatsoever. You know, so I just think it's over. But I kind of wanted to give Denver they flowers, big bro, because we could slow sing the Lakers all day long.
Nah,
Respectfully.
man, they might as well bring the brooms out. But no respect to
Yeah.
the Nuggets. So um, even before this series had started, I didn't expect much from the Lakers in this series.
Yeah.
So even the fact that they even gave us a close game, man, that's almost a moral victory in itself. Because at the end of the day, the Nuggets were, they looked like they didn't miss a beat from winning that championship last year. They looked like they were still on a same very focused mindset of getting another championship. And the crazy thing is they do it with the starters. All 5 starters normally go into double figures.
Mm-hmm.
And when that happens more times than not, man, it's going to be hard to beat a team where all 5 starters are hitting double figures and almost shooting 50% or more for most of them. Obviously Jamal Murray wasn't so efficient tonight, but make up for it in a big way at the end of the game. So I don't know, man. The Nuggets are they're just a complete team, man. they're just too complete. I just think they are just a team that they can play all styles of basketball. You want to play fast paced, get up and down on the court and run. Jokic's little slow ass, get the jogging and he'll move. You want to play in the paint. That's when Aaron Gordon and Jokic get to work. And then Michael Porter is just such a great wing player. He could pretty much shoot outside in. So he's shooting threes and shit, and now he can still fly like a wing player. And then you got Jamal Murray, who's I don't think a lot of people give Jamal Murray enough credit for how talented of a point guard he is. Um, you know, uh, KCP, he's always been a solid shooting guard. And then it all starts with the MVP and Jokic. Hey, could possibly win MVP this year if they don't give it to Luka. So and he's won back-to-back MVPs. And I'm not a big fan of Jokic, but somehow the guys, hey, the dude's talented, man. I will give him that. I'm not a big fan of him, but the dude is he's a walking double-double, and he flirts with triple doubles damn near every time he steps on the court. So because he's going to get the points, he's definitely going to get the assist. And it's just up to him making sure he gets the rebound. So he's damn near a walking triple double every time he steps on the court. Um, they play damn good defense. So you know, they were gonna be hard to beat, no matter whoever the matchup was. You got to beat them four times in the series. Yeah, man. You better be hoping you get one. they just all I think just they're a solid all around team, man. So definitely flowers goes out to the Nuggets because they definitely could have folded that shit in, being down 20. A lot of teams do. A lot of teams that get discouraged, get down 20, and they don't fight. Uh, hey, there's no quitting this Nuggets team, man. And Malone got them, especially that core with Porter Jr., Jokic, Murray, and Aaron Gordon. That's pretty much their core right there. And they, hey, they got a taste of winning that championship that Larry O'Brien last year. That's all it takes. Now they hooked to it. They hooked to that shit like a fiend on that smack, boy. They want to taste it again, man. So Lakers don't have the chance. Maybe Minnesota or OKC could possibly match up to them. Minnesota has the size to match up with Denver. And Ant-Man's been playing out of his mind this year. I would put Ant-Man in MVP conversation. That's just me.
For what?
To do what?
What'd you put him in the conversation for?
Hey, Ant-Man been playing out of his damn mind this year, bro.
Ant-Man has been playing well since Cat went down, respectfully, and he should be in the conversation for MVP for that. Because they could have floundered and became a fifth seed and been facing the Clippers right now. He kept them in contention for that number one. So Joker had a triple double, and AD had a double double. He kept them in contention, certainly for the number one seed. But no, I think Ant-Man is a year away from the MVP conversation.
That's fair.
And just statistically, if y'all don't know if you ever seen his stat sheets, big bro, but it ain't lining up with the SGAs, the Jokers, and even Luka. Luka just did what?
Nah, they not. No, it's gonna be hard to match up stat sheets with that. But I would definitely put SGA's. I would definitely put him in the MVP conversation as well too. So I think if Minnesota's size they can match up with Denver, and then OKC's athleticism can match up with or give headaches to Denver. Because who the hell I I don't know who you put on SGA. Who's gonna slow him down? I mean,
KCP.
yeah, KCP can, but SGA is bigger than KCP. I think KCP would eventually wear it down.
Put the kid Christian Braun. I mean, you got Peyton Swatson,
I would
and this
put Porter Jr. on him because Porter Jr. got the size. He may not have the speed, but it wear his ass down.
MPJ gonna get murked. Gilgis Alexander is he has a dribble package like I wouldn't say close to Kyrie's, but he can break it down. You know what I mean? He can get to his spots.
Yeah,
I mean, that's not gonna really you can't really match SGA up with nobody. He's the kind of player he gonna get his points. It's all about getting him to be inefficient, which I think that at this point, bro, I think the IQ is what is in favor of the Denver Nuggets.
that's
Um,
it. That's it.
just tonight, well, these past two games to go down as big as they did, and to fight back both games and literally in the fourth quarter. I think it's much to be said, man. I don't think there's really anybody outside of the city of Boston, maybe, that can compete with this team.
Nah, I'm with you. Before the playoffs are starting, I'm like, I don't know. I really don't see any team in the West that could possibly knock down Denver, and I'm having a hard time seeing any team that can mess with Boston in the East. So
Yeah.
I won't be surprised if it's Boston and Denver in the finals. But I mean, at then looking at that matchup, man, you gotta. I'm looking at Porzingis if he's able to match up and actually play solid defense on Jokic, because obviously that's probably the only thing about Boston's roster that I would switch is I would find a way to keep Robert Williams because he was a solid defender,
Yeah.
probably above average center on the defensive side, and every now and then he would sneakily drop you 15. So, but this is when you use an older Al Horford. Hey man, using them fouls up, rough them up. Rough because you mentioned it earlier. That's probably the thing. A lot of people's success to beating the Nuggets is slowing down Jokic. You got to rough them up, and if the refs, they get a little, trigger happy with the whistle, then so be it, man. Empty. Here's what kills me about some of these coaches, man. Empty your bench. Empty your bench. If I got guys if I got a 6'11" or a 7-footer at the end of my bench, I'm not expecting much for him, but I can use you to at least rough Jokic up, rough him up, man. For real, like you gotta make this guy think that, hey man, I'm gonna throw the whole kitchen sink at you, man. I'm not just gonna sit here and let you just do whatever the hell you want, bro. And right now, I mean, there's times I know that a lot of people they try to double Jokic, or they'll try to fake the double, or sometimes even fake the triple team on him, because I saw a lot of that tonight. He's still smart enough to get the ball to where it needs to go, to the open man. So it's like you got to make sure that you get in his pocket earlier. Like, don't even let him get set on the offense side. Like, you got to get in his pocket the moment he crosses over that's in the court line. You got to get in that man's pocket.
I
So
would I would contest that though, big bro, and not only just because we've gotten some hardcore evidence of this. You can do what you want with Joker. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, you're gonna start having Jamal Murray problems, like we just seen. Jamal Murray was pretty much APB. The first three quarters. He was not himself. He had a couple little shots and a little floater here over A. Reeves and a shot there, but 8 for 27. You know what I mean? That's bad. That's a bad night at the office.
oh yeah. I won't. I will never dispute what you're saying. It was, it was definitely not an efficient night for Jamal Murray. Obviously, he made up for it when it mattered, but it's just one of those things where I, I'll I'll take I'll take my chances of slowing down Jokic and letting Jamal Murray get hot instead of having both of them hot, or um, because I think I can maintain Jamal Murray a lot more than Jokic.
Right.
Um, for some reason, like he's deceptively athletic for how goofy he look. Um, if that's a way of putting it. I mean, I'm trying to describe exactly how his game translates, because you don't see a lot of dudes like him that move like him, and he looks so uh he looks so goofy. He looked like he probably stumbles down the steps like every day. He looks like his equilibrium is just terribly off. Like he looks like he's clumsy. Like for real, he looks like he's clumsy, but lo and behold, he's uh he'll spin on you on the block. He'll drop the spin move on you. He'll Euro step on you. And next thing you know, he does some ugly stutter and at the top of the key, and then he's going down the lane. I didn't see him done all kind of weird moves, and I'm like, how is this goofy looking muff doing this shit? And next thing you know, you look up at the stat line, and then motherfucker got a whole triple double on your ass. So um, he's just always been that key to that engine going. If he starts getting it going, especially that assist on the stat line start racking up, well, you in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
When that assist start racking up on his stat line, oh yeah, don't get fooled at the fact it's halftime and he only got 8 or 10 points, but this man already got 12 dimes. Like he gets that offense going. And Mike Malone has tapped in to another level of Jokic when you been running the offense through him and letting him pretty much play point guard. So um to that effect, as great as Jamal Murray is at point guard, he's pretty much the second shooting guard at this point when they running the offense through Jokic. So um
Murray is the best point guard in the NBA, and I think I've been consistent with this for at least 2 years now, man. I'm working on my third one, big bro. He's the best, and I've been saying this since the bubble, because the year after the bubble, he got injured. So,
mhm,
I had a year where everybody just thought I was crazy. I just kept saying this name, like Jamal Murray. And if you didn't watch the bubble or you wasn't a hardcore basketball fan in 2020, you probably didn't know who Jamal Murray was. You knew about Jamal Murray just because of that duel him and Spider had in the bubble. You know what I mean? During the playoffs. Um, but as far as what I've been able to see, as far as testing, being a diamond tester, this kid is approved, man. And I think it's just another mark of the NBA, which is crucial. It's crucial that we stay in this business, big bro. The NBA has not been giving this dude his just due. I mean, what else he got to do? Everybody's been talking about Dame Lillard. Somehow Dame Lillard is on the top 75. Somehow Dame Lillard got into the All-Star game over Jalen Brunson. But this man Jamal Murray ain't doing nothing but having his biggest games on the biggest stage in basketball. Period.
yeah.
Um,
And Dane
so,
can't win a championship worth his life.
bro, what is going on? Did you
And
see that?
well, the crazy thing is, like, I've been a Dame fan, but my problem with Dame is that he was playing loyalty to Portland for so long,
Mhm.
in a business that is not loyal to the players. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he wanted to stay loyal for so long that I think he missed his opportunity to get over to a couple of situations that could have been beneficial for him a long time ago. And he going to Milwaukee, I didn't expect that. But and I'm not saying that they can't win, but they not winning this year. They just not it. They whew, you you gave up too much defense for offense, and you're not going to be able to shoot everybody out the gym. That's
Yep.
just not possible. Um, because Dame can only do so much. Giannis is just another inside game like LeBron, where he needs that lane cleared out to get to his spots, which is at the rim. Let's be honest, because there's not a consistent mid range game from Giannis. He doesn't have a consistent 3-point shot neither. So, like if he can't get to the paint and can't get to the cup, then where's your offense coming from? You better hope that Dame's on that night and about to drop 50, because that's all you got. I mean, you're not going to sit here and say that Chris Middleton is going to be your consistent, solid third option. There's times I can't even get 20 points out of Chris Middleton. So what? I mean, what? Bobby Portis? What are you expecting him to give you 15 plus every game? Robin, Brooke Lopez or Robin, whichever Lopez brother the hell they got, or Brooke. What you expecting him to give you 15 plus every game? So I don't think they got enough offense to match the lack of defense that they got, and I think that's probably one of the moves that getting Dame in and getting off of Drew Holiday is killing them, is that defense, that perimeter defense, because whoever they play and unfortunately Tyrese Halliburton didn't take advantage of it the other night. He should have been cooking on Milwaukee, because he needs it. Him, Siakam, and Miles Turner all need to be in double figures for this whole series. They got to be.
Yeah. I mean, the only way for them to be successful, they young boys gonna have to start ball out. But I think inexperience is gonna work against them. You know what I mean? Talking about Indiana. I mean, I remember at one point but the mainstream media was saying Halliburton was better than Ja Morant. And
yeah, they was crazy, man. They was prisoners of the moment, bro.
Yeah, the cap was real. I feel like these playoffs are about to expose them. You know, we're gonna bring them back down the side. Like, oh, Halliburton is a nice little Jason Kidd, 2.0, but
yeah,
Ja, so cut out.
Ask the Kings if they miss Halliburton. So,
Exactly.
And unfortunately for the Kings, they laid an egg against New Orleans and couldn't get out the play-in. I thought that was a little bit disappointing on that part, but these NBA playoffs is going to be interesting, my bro. I mean, there's going to be some. I'm still kind of surprised not the Lakers. The Knicks are up 2-0 after tonight. I it I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop on the Knicks. Because they always got disappointment written all over themselves, and they're gonna find a way to disappoint they fan base, who's going crazy right now after two wins, which understandably, have your joy. I know what it is, but it's just that I did like the trade for them to go to get OG. I thought I did like that trade. But it's just certain teams that I feel like they've been cursed for so long. It wouldn't be surprised if they just still get stuck under that spell of what always been them. And the Knicks have always been that franchise that gets that fan base and get them hyped up, and then they always find a way to let them down. So I'm surprised that they're up 2-0. Sixers, I think, kind of, and it's not a disrespect to the Knicks, but I think the Sixers, they kind of gave away them games and just didn't close it out more than anything. And I'm like I said, I'm not trying to throw no shade on the Knicks, but I think that the Sixers kind of let these two games slip right at the palm of their hands, and just didn't close it out. And as much as I like Joel Embiid, we got to start having that conversation. Like, bro, are you truly a closer or not? I mean, I that's just what I see. I haven't seen Joel Embiid been a closer, man. He did this with Doc. He did this with Brett Brown. Now you got Nick Nurse. He's won a championship, Doc's won the championship.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at some point in time, it's like, bro, we can't keep switching out coaches. We can't keep switching out players and all this shit. Hey, I mean, honestly, I think they were doomed the moment that they let Jimmy Butler walk out that building, and you chose Tobias Harris over him. So,
Great work.
hey, $40 million, a whole bunch of nothing.
Yeah.
They forgot about that price tag they give him Tobias Harris, man.
Yeah.
For him to be a mediocre at best reserve.
Unfortunate, man, and that's kind of like the boat that the 76ers are in. It's they go as Embiid goes, and unfortunately, I don't think Embiid is 100%. Respectfully, I think whatever he's been dealing with is still lingering, and he's just kind of soldiering through. But you're gonna need more than a Tyrese Maxey. You're gonna need more than whatever Tobias Harris decides he want to show up to work. You need more than that, and they thought they was getting it with the fraud James Harden. But you got more of the same with him. It's just unfortunate for Embiid, man. I don't know what's gonna really happen with him. I did have the Sixers winning this series, big bro.
I did too.
Yeah,
It's,
so
it's
I'm
looking
clicking easy.
kind of shaky as fuck right now, but I don't know what they doing. They better start ringing that Liberty Bell and get their asses back to work or something, because it ain't looking too pretty right now for them boys. Now I'm
Well,
with you in that.
they going back to the crib, so we'll see what happens. The this is the point where a series either swings or we could just write this team on. Once you go down 3-0, historically you out of there anyway. So
Yeah, we'll see what happens with game 3. That'll be more telling. Obviously, that series is just beginning, like you said. They got to switch to the other team's home base, and we'll see what happens, how they come out in game 3. Philly they got to come out with more urgency for sure. You can't go down 3-0. They go down 3-0, man. You might as well call your travel agent and find out, man, what's the hot spot to be at. See if Belize is popping, or Cat. I don't even know if Cat's doing Cancun no more, but you better holler at your travel agency, see what's up with them. If you go down 3-0, and then I don't know, man. It's just that you can't just keep throwing excuses on why Embiid ain't getting it done, man.
Thanks.
It's just one of those things where, like, bro, you've been MVP. They've given you player to here, player there. They've been rocking with you throughout the whole, trust the process, and you missing big chunks of time in your career at the beginning, and it's like, hey, at some point in time, man, you gotta follow through, bro. You gotta come through. Um, like you said, Tyrese Maxey's he's a nice solid number 2 for them. When if done right, that good high low combination.
Yep.
They got to find a way to get out that damn Tobias Harris contract.
You
boy,
never signed them. Should never signed them.
boy, they got to find a way to get out that contract. Because you're allocating too much money to a guy that's been a reserve at best his whole career. Hey, say what you want, Tobias Harris. You may be feeling a little bit overconfident about who you are. I just know what I've seen since you've been in the league. You're a reserve. You're a reserve.
You can have your confidence, sir. But,
That's fine. That's fine.
We got Mercedes over here and we got Toyotas over there, sir.
Tobias must not know there's levels to this shit, and he'll find out one day.
I blame his dad. His dad came out talking about my son need to get paid. Like, oh, this is where you from.
Hey man, he and then I love the trade that they went and got Buddy Hield at the trade deadline. So I'm hoping that he can actually do a little bit more in this series and probably be a spark. because at the time that Embiid had went out for the injury and they traded for him, I was like, you know what, I actually like that, and it actually kind of paid off for him because
Yeah.
they didn't slip too far down in the standings, but Buddy Hield kind of came on late down that stretch because he was pretty much helping Tyrese Maxey carry the load. So um, let's see if and Buddy Hill's a shooter, man. And he's a shot creator. He can create his own shot. He doesn't necessarily need Nick Nurse to draw up anything to get him out in space. He's just gifted enough to create his own shot. Um, so Philly, I got a feeling if they wake up, man, they'll probably take over this series once it gets back to Philly, and then go back to New York and have all the Knicks fans still pissing in their damn draw. So like, oh, we've seen this before, and I tried to tell you, man, just hit him with that Lee Corso, not so fast, my friend. So respectfully, they gotta calm down a little bit with the celebrating off for 2 games and realize the series just beginning. And I agree with you. I think Embiid definitely is soldiering through some injuries, but he's done that many times before. So this ain't nothing new. But I ain't trying to hear that shit, man. You either gonna come through, get this chip, or you don't, man. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, big facts, big bro, big facts. Hey man, what an eventful day. What was it, day 2 or day 3 of the NBA playoffs? One for the Bucks. What you doing for the draft, big bro? The NFL draft.
Uh, we'll probably go live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time,
Okay.
and we'll kind of just we'll let Nick do his final mock draft,
Yeah.
and then we'll probably go off air right before pick one is in, and then I'll probably just chill out, watch the draft at the crib. I won't be doing too much, but yeah, man, it's gonna be an interesting draft, my man. And I mean, I think it's pretty obvious who might go one. I'll be surprised if Caleb Williams doesn't go one.
Yeah.
Um, After that, man, it's gonna be a shit show.
Yeah. Anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can happen. Because I think there's some teams just trying to find a way to get to that second spot. If they can get enough capital to get Washington to come off that second spot. Because I don't Chicago's not moving off that first. Unless you wow them with something astronomical. I don't think it's changing, but I don't think it's gonna matter for Chicago. They've shown the ability to always fuck up at the quarterback position.
Yeah.
So
Packers fan, big right. That's what I'm betting dollars on. Like, get your number 1 pick. Have your little Wood Caleb. What's his kid name?
yeah,
There's a lot of Jordan Love, and we looking like the Super Bowl favorites for the NFC. So they
and
can do it.
you know what's crazy, man. I hated that Jordan Love pickup when that happened.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, why would you do that in the first round? Like, you
Mm-hmm.
didn't have to. Like, you could have got Jordan Love at best a third. You could have got that in a third or fourth. And it's not a diss on Jordan Love, but what the Packers organization has always been done and what they've always been smart about is if we see a quarterback for our future, just go ahead and get him now. And there's no rush for him to play because he's sitting behind a Hall of Famer. Um, Rodgers sat behind Favre, learned for 3 years, and you got the result of what you got with Rodgers. Your boy Love sat behind Rodgers for 3 years, and he came out firing on all cylinders last year. Kind of hit a bump in the road once the tape kind of got on him, and people were able to kind of figure him out. But he adjusted about second half of that season. And turning point, surprisingly, was when he torched my Chiefs. I'm like, man, what the is this shit?
Wait,
And,
I was gonna say one thing we was good until Christian Watson went down. Okay, when our number 1 option go down, and
yeah,
you know all the troubles y'all didn't had in y'all receiving core. it's gonna change you could have a Super Bowl looking quarterback. You ain't got nobody to throw it to. You're gonna start looking up
Unreal, bro.
mid, so
You looking real.
and think Romeo Dobbs and Jalen Reed, all those other guys was able to step.
No doubt, no doubt. Because you bring up a good point, man. I've always tell people all the time, quarterback is the most dependent position on the NFL team, but they're the highest paid. If you don't have the online, good luck having your quarterback. He turns out to be Zach Wilson if you don't have an offensive line. If you have no receivers, I mean, you're only as good as your receiving core. They can't catch the ball. They can't get the yardage, fight for touchdowns, or fight for the ball. Bring down the receptions. Quarterback can't throw the ball to his damn self. So, it's one of those things, man. It's like I just think that Jordan Love is going to be. I did like how he came on in the end of the season, and Jordan Love is going to be just fine, man. Y'all got Josh Jacobs this year. Whoo, y'all want to see that bread, dog.
My draft, I know we got. I can't recall. We got like the 25th pick. Wherever we at in the draft, offensive linemen, stock up. While we got young receivers, while we got young tight ends, the defense we gonna find our way. But stock up on them offensive linemen and build from the trenches, man. Now, while everybody's still young and we got the cap space, and nobody's a diva yet.
Yeah, but I got Jordan Love coming up in about a year or so. Y'all gonna make a plan on to pay him, which I think you guys will probably end up. I don't think you hesitate, but there'll have to be something out there, unless you feel like something out there would be worth moving off of Jordan Love. I think the Packers would definitely re-up on that contract for him, depending on what the numbers looking like, because the numbers keep going up every year at the quarterback position. They getting higher and higher. They about to eclipse $60 million a year in the next couple of years. So, yeah.
My hot take, as much as I love Jordan Love, bro, and as much as I would love for us to win a Super Bowl, us winning in 2010 when Aaron Rodgers got it and was still humble before he got his big money, it was a gift and a curse. If we would have paid Aaron Rodgers first and then got a Super Bowl, I think Packer Nation would have been a little bit more balanced. But we paid him, and he was in the exact same state that Jordan Love's in right now, still humble, a nobody. Got a team around him, so he wouldn't have to be, 100% the contributor to a Super Bowl. But I'm nervous. If we win it, it could be a blessing and a curse, because then we'll be paying Jordan Love for the rest of his life and really get nothing in return for it.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, if your confidence is all already there, feeling that he's the guy, you stick with him.
Yeah, facts.
Because just look at these shitty ass teams in the NFL. They ain't got no quarterback. They sitting at the top of the draft right now, trying to find out which one they're gonna pick. So, you got to make sure you get them. You got to make sure you fill that position and be smart with it. And if you got them, man, you just ride out with it, man. Now y'all gonna be fine, man. Nothing was better than seeing y'all go into Texas Stadium and beating the shit out of the Cowboys. That was magnificent.
Oh man.
Oh my God, that was magnificent. Because nothing. I don't care what team you root for, unless you're a Cowboys fan. We love seeing the Cowboys losing that early in the playoffs, because I'm not tired of hearing y'all damn fan base, man. Y'all get on my damn nerves with that bullshit. We going to the Super Bowl.
I've been in Texas 10 years as a Packer Nation, Packer fan. I go to the bar. I find me a nice little spot amongst them in my little green jersey. They see a navy blue. And here and I bask in their tears as I walk away.
Oh yeah. You be like, yeah, you talk your shit. God, talk your shit to him. Hey, real quick, man. Because I know you're a boxing guy, man. Your boy Devin Haney, man. I need him and his daddy to shut the hell up. I need Bill Haney to shut up. I need Devin Haney to shut up.
You know, go ahead, get your bars, big bro. I got a controversial take.
Because I don't know how the hell he just got outboxed by Ryan Garcia. And it's not a diss, because I think for me, I got Bud, I got Shakur, and I got Tank on different levels.
Mm-hmm.
For me, Bud's preem. He's cream of the crop.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think talent-wise, Shakur Stevenson is not too far from him. And then Tank, he's a power guy, but he can work on some of his boxing style and kind of work on his details, and maybe eventually he'll be up on that upper echelon. And I know there was controversy about the rehydration little clause and whatnot between him and Ryan Garcia, but at the end of the day, he outboxed that night. Take the rehydration clause for what it is. But Ryan Garcia was not. He didn't make weight. Yeah, he looked like he was just being foolish. Later, I think I saw something. He admitted he was pretty much drinking every night and shit, wasn't taking his training serious. Well, damn, Haney. What are we doing? Like, you was talking so much coming into the fight, like you made it seem like you was just gonna make this the easiest night of your life. Like, I'm about to show up, get this guy out of here round 6 or 7, and I'm gonna go eat some cake or something at the post fight and have a party. He made it seem like he was so confident and he was gonna get Ryan Garcia out of there. And man, first round, and all it took for us to be like, oh well, shit.
Yeah. It was Bud. It was Arrow and Bud all over again. Where you had one expectation, you thought you was gonna go in there and get a fight, and shit out of hand. In a couple of rounds, real fast.
Man,
Ball and Buzz, what's going on, Omar? Oh boy.
Yeah, shout out, old man. That's my guy, man. Yeah. I feel the same way. I think Haney was overlooking Ryan Garcia. I mean, it was just it's when you see things like that and you hear the chirping from him and Bill Haney is popping. Hey man, sometimes like, man, kill that noise, kill that shit. Like you go in there a little bit too overconfident. And next thing you know, man, you over there fighting for your, like he was this man was struggling after that first round, man. He was trying to. You ever seen a motherfucker get stuck in cement and try to climb their ass out? That's what that man was doing. He was that was bad. That was a bad performance from Devin Haney, who typically more than not is usually more buttoned up than what he was doing on Saturday. He's more buttoned up with following the game plan and sticking with it. But like Mike Tyson said, man, everybody got a plan until a motherfucker punch you in the mouth.
I've been working, big bro. I've been doing my work, right? And so I got me a little plug with the Devin Haney camp. And I didn't even know this nigga was in the Devin Haney camp until this fight. He pulling up with all these pictures of him and Bill Haney and all this stuff. But nonetheless, what I've learned was that Devin Haney got emotional, and we can't fault a young man at 25. I'm gonna tell you this, big bro. At 25, I was making all kind of irrational, emotional decisions. You know what I mean? Don't get me started on my life. So, we had this expectation because Devin Haney really been on the scene since he was 17, 18. He's a young prodigy. He gets a lot of criticism because you got some people that look at Devin Haney and they hate on him because he's young. Got the old Uncle Ruckus concept. It's some old dude. It's some dude just around his age. But they look at you, they see you doing something with your life, and they ain't gonna hate on it. So a lot of what Devin Haney is going through right now, I wouldn't even call it haters. It's just the boxing community right now, bro. As soon as you lose a fight, as soon as you lose your O, it's like the same dude that was making videos and supporting you gonna be the same one. Like, oh man, I told you, Errol Spence. You know what I mean? But just a week ago, it was Ryan Garcia ain't got a chance and Devin Haney gonna step on him and all this stuff. So boxing is very finicky, man.
Yeah.
Back in the days when Sugar Ray Leonard lost to Roberto Duran, nobody jumped off the Sugar Ray Leonard ship. Everybody was like, get your get back, right? You know what I'm saying? Hey, we need that rematch. We seen, hey, Roberto, you got him. But
Mhm.
unless you do it twice, you know what I mean? Like, you can best me at least twice, and sometimes a trilogy, comes into play in some
Then you
situation.
got it. Yeah.
And that's why and as much as I love Bud, like you say, bro, Bud is my cream of the crop right now. We need to see you do it again against Arrow, bro, because we can all. I
Nah,
got.
nah, no, don't, nah. Come on, bro.
I'm gonna say no,
No.
no, no. Only because it is big, bro. Only because. Only
I
because.
ain't trying to see that shit again. No.
Only because it is. We've seen this movie before. We've seen Manny Pacquiao get destroyed. You know what I mean? And then come back. I want to say it was Juan Marquez. Yeah, he got destroyed and came back and destroyed Juan Marquez. Still lost, controversial decisions, but
Yeah.
that's what makes you a warrior. It's not about what you do and about losing a fight. We all gonna lose a fight. All of our fights ain't recorded, thank God, because I done took me some licks.
Nah. Only reason why I don't want to see that fight no time soon is because when Errol Spence came into that ring, I looked at that face. I looked at his face, and it looked like he didn't even want to be there. And I'm like, oh, this about to go down bad. My man Spence is about to get just done up. But I'm hoping that somebody can challenge Bud and give him a good fight. Obviously, when you at the cream of the crop of the boxing world, this is it's the boxer's fault. Well, it's not the boxer's fault; it's the promoter's fault. Why UFC has taken over their spot in combat sports? It's the promoter's fault. It's too much politics, too much bullshit. Like give us the fights that we want to see as fans, and they don't do it enough. It's a reason why Jake Paul came in as a fucking YouTuber and he's making more money than any other boxer right now. Is because he's putting on somehow he didn't made a way to make his name more popping than any other boxer. And say what you want about the guy, like him or hate him. The guy's a hell of a promoter. He knows how to get some bread.
Yeah.
But it's the promoter's fault. Y'all shouldn't have let a YouTuber came into y'all space and all of a sudden he's got all the attention now. Like we should be talking about Bud Crawford on a regular basis. We should be talking about Errol Spence. We should be talking about Garcia Tank, Shakur. We should be talking about these boxers. What happened to the heavyweight division? Heavyweight division used to be the cream of the crop where, hey man, who's gonna be the top dog? I mean, the Klitschko brothers being retired, and they ain't finding a way to even replace the popularity of the Klitschko brothers. Like this is boxing is really shitting on themselves so bad that they are literally starting to die off. The popular, I love Deontay Wilder, but come on, man, your little chicken legs and you forget to do lower body, and work on your craft of being an all around boxer instead of just being a power puncher. I mean, I can't rely on you as being a top heavyweight no more. What's Gypsy King? I forgot his name off the top of my head.
Tyson Fury.
Yeah, Tyson Fury. He keep ducking in and out of the WWE. I don't know if he really taking that sport serious anymore or not. So, hey man, there's a reason why UFC is taking over is because it's just been too much bullshit for fans to just get the fight that we want. We want to see the best. Man, I remember back in the days, the '80s, man. Hey man, that whole class with Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard, Robinson, and all them other cats, even Sweet Pea Pernell Winnicker was in there. They would just it would be like almost a carousel of who was the champ because they was beating the shit out of each other, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We saw Ali and Frazier fight. Him, Ali Frazier Foreman, and and cats like that in the heavyweight. So it's like, man, it ain't like that no more. Where you got 3-4 solid names that can carry a division, and y'all just rotating who's the top dog. So, you know, boxing's just been they been killing themselves, man. They've been shooting themselves in the foot over there, pulling a straight Plaxico Burrs, just straight a shot to the thigh, bro. They
Cheddar Bob.
killing their own sport, bro.
I would so I gotta let you know, big bro. It ain't the promoters. It's the boxing fans, man. You know, and then since I didn't have my journalism career and I've been following boxing, it's been some nasty work amongst the boxing fans. Because here's the thing: the promoters, the networks, even the boxers, they not doing nothing unless we gonna call for it. You know, a lot of times we get these big fights because fans are on Twitter. And another thing is boxing fans and it's social media, because now we can directly talk to Tyson Fury. We can directly talk to Deontay Wilder. I've been on the same live stream as Deontay Wilder, and I ain't got nothing. I ain't nowhere near in the same realm of a world that he's in. But the fact that social media is so powerful in boxing, we see it with basketball players and football players too. All these dudes is on social media, so we don't have to go through the middleman and the middleman's assistant no more like it used to be in boxing. To that, it should be a good thing. You know what I mean? Just like guns, just like money. But there's going to be people out here that cap and do things for the wrong reason. So you got a lot of boxing fans. Like I said, as soon as a boxer takes an L, and we talking about one loss, you see what they doing to Devin Haney right now, man. You know, so they throwing this man to the cold. So boxing fans, if they stood on something, let me just. This is why Canelo is as powerful as he is. If you're a boxing fan and you in the audience, hey Omar, hear me out. I feel like Canelo is as powerful as he is because I'm in Texas, bro. So I'm right next door to Mexico. When the Canelo fight happens out here, you know it. It looks like goddamn they get bro, it's Canelo Alvarez. You would think the Dallas Cowboys went to the Super Bowl, bro. I'm telling you that it's an event because
for real though.
I rock with them. You know what I mean? They get up for Canelo. And then when a Bud Crawford fight happens, I see a bunch of, for the worse or the better, jigaboos on the online. Oh, this nigga, this nigga. Like, bro, what, you got a personal indictment against Bud Crawford? Like, we're black, bro. You think, you know, and I ain't trying to say it's all about race, but you think the black community would be like, all right, Bud fighting against this Eastern European, we finna stand behind ours. No, bro. You know what I mean? It's not the same unity. So boxing fans are the reason why the game is so nasty, because
they fickle, bro.
Yeah, they're not gonna stand on nothing, bro. It's just like right now. You say you're a LeBron fan, James. You're a LeBron James fan, WildCard, and I'm like, all right, stream is over. And that's how it is with these boxing fans. Like, what?
Like, trying to shut shit down, bro.
You turning on me for that? Like so
down.
Take one L before your whole fan base, you know what I'm saying? It's nasty work, really. I'm sorry. I mean, Omar said, agreed. Too much politics. The best need to fight the best to find out. But these cats want to protect records and money. That's partially, like I said, we in the player entitlement era, all across the board, man. We seeing these kids in the college portal, bro. They like, hey, I don't want to play here no more. Haley Van Liff in her third college in 5 years. So,
bruh, I saw she was transferred again. I said, again? I'm like, damn, Shorty, you just transferred to LSU.
Why would you say LSU now that Angel's gone? Now that you would be the woman here now. You and Flage.
Nah, because Flage about to get his shine. That's why.
I got an album dropping, so she might have a couple 40 burgers.
Hey, that grass ain't green on the other side for the second chance, huh? for the second time. But no, man. I think you got some good points on that one for sure. And just because David Henning lost, he got more than enough time to bounce back and still put his career right back on track. And I think that's unfortunate that a lot of people are switching up on Haney. I'm just more disappointed at the way he went out. And I think he has more than enough skills and talent to come back and possibly, even if they fought Ryan Garcia again, the outcome might be different.
They're
So
not. He
who
not
knows?
fighting again, man. Because Ryan's a clown. He has that personality now that he thinks he already thought he was a superstar, and he took an L to Tank the last time he fought that irrelevant fight against whoever that dude was. I can't. Was it Duarte or
Yeah,
Lasan
somebody wasn't even worth talking about, but
on network television? You know. But Ryan's gonna play the dozens, man. I knew as soon as him and Oscar De La Hoya got on that post conference interview, I knew they started acting a fool. Hey, tell Tank to call me. I'm like, oh.
yeah, and Ryan should have uh, Oscar, shut the fuck up, bro. Like,
Man,
chill out,
yo,
bro. You should have told him to shut the fuck up.
you've been in the glory for 5 minutes. Y'all already tell the line. We said stipulations, like, bro.
Hey, 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 man, you gotta chill, Oscar. You ain't gotta be the motherfucker getting the ring, bro. Chill, dog. Like for real. Like
And Devin, not Devin. My biggest fear is this, and tell me what you think about this, big bro. That Ryan's gonna go, whoever his next fight is. Let's just say he go up against Pitbull, Isaac Pitbull Cruz, and Pitbull Cruz clean him up. What we doing? What we do? Like I don't even want Devin Haven to fight you no more at that point. Like, bro, you gotta at least sustain this for a little while because I just feel like Ryan Garcia got that personality, bro. He finna be wilding. He was wilding before he got this dub. Interesting to see what the turn of events is gonna be with King Ryan.
I think you bring up a fair point. Because he definitely had some moments in this fight or leading up to it where he just wasn't. It just seemed like he just his mind wasn't there, but somehow he put it together for the fight. So I do give him his credit on that part. Because the moment you step through the ropes, man, you gotta hit a switch. So
Yeah.
um, but no, just Ryan Garcia. I don't think he has the discipline to reel off a string of wins after wins after wins over quality opponents and doing it on a consistent basis. Uh, I'm pretty sure Oscar may be calling for it, and you better chill out, asking for Tank again, bro. Keep
Yeah.
talking. No, don't do that, dog.
Go get Rolly. Go see what Rolly talking about. Beat up on
Yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah. But at some point in time between, we'll see what if they can possibly make it happen. I need to see Shakur and Tank come up to a certain weight that they can agree to and get this shit popping.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you know, Big Red, but Tank got to go up against Frank Martin. And Frank Martin is another one of them sneaky. I think the same kind of implication where people was kind of overlooking Ryan, just kind of assuming that Devin was gonna clean him up. The same kind of I'm seeing the same trend going on with Frank Martin and Tank. And Frank Martin ain't no punk, he like a baby Errol Spence in a lot of ways. So, and I'm talking about prime Errol Spence, not Bud Crawford Errol Spence. I'm Kell
Yeah,
Brook.
I was about to say like like specify which Spence of version we talking about.
Not
Um,
the deer in headlights, the champion.
uh, So here's my thing, and I love Tank Davis. I think he's a all world talent. But I think for him to have been a guy that was around uh, Floyd Mayweather for as much as he was, I would figure that he was soaked up more of his Floyd's game, as in being more calculated with trying to lure about a boxer in and being real selective with your punches. Tank is just sometimes he gets a little wild with the punches because he's more power. He's a power puncher.
Yeah.
Um, I maybe just me being picky. I would prefer him be a little bit more finesse with his boxing skills and more fundamentally sound. I should say than anything. Because sometimes he can get a little. carried away with the hands, and he's looking for the knockout. That's what he's really looking for. So
That's why
and
it's interesting to see what you do with Frank Martin, because typically, I ain't trying to be racist or nothing, but typically, Tank only fight these flat-footed Latino fighters. He don't even fight the fancier, even Ryan is a bit flat-footed,
yeah,
but Tank, and I hate to say this too, with Frank Martin, it's pretty much a black Latino. He's flat-footed, he don't move his head a lot. You can piece him up as well. I just think that he's going to be the biggest and the strongest opponent. I still expect Tank to pull it off. I just don't want to I'm not overlooking nobody else, man, after this Ryan Garcia debacle. I don't know who you are. What's
oh,
Joe Smith? Respect,
yeah. I respect anybody that gets into the boxing ring, man, because that's a taxing sport, man, on your body, bro.
I gotta contend you on something real quick, big bro. The only reason why the UFC can't take over is because there's no fight where a UFC fighter, I don't care who you are, John Jones, Conor McGregor, where you going to walk away from there with $60-70 million. I'm talking the Floyd Mayweather numbers. I'm talking the modern day Canelo numbers. There's no fighter in the UFC that has that much sway or clout, which is why Dana White is still in the damn way. Dana White is a proverbial middleman. You don't need Dana White. You don't need Roger Goodell, but they need their plantation. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, my brother, you would never get no argument from me on that. That take. I've always been one to advocate for these UFC fighters to unionize and get Dana White the fuck out the way. I've been an advocate of that for a while. Dana White is a slum bug, man. He's a scumbag. He has been getting rich off the backs of these fighters, and they are putting their bodies at risk. And he refuses to pay them top money. Because Conor McGregor is the first one to really expose it. And to his point, he was smart enough to go ahead and say, "Nah, man, I'll go fight Floyd and get the payday of my life." And because there's no way that you can ever pay me this type of money.
Well, Floyd had something to do with that as well, because Dana White was talking greasy about Floyd, and Floyd was like, watch me take your biggest star and give him his biggest payday, and you just gonna be there. And that's exactly what happened, because Dana White was just there. You know what I mean?
Stands looking at it, just like everybody else. But no, it's these fighters, the UFC fighters got to start getting smart and say, "Nah, bro, you're not just gonna keep taking so much out of our pockets, and you looking real lavish over there, Dana White, and yeah, because the most that they could probably make is maybe 1 or 2 million off a mega fight. That's the most. Other than that, okay, you get fight of the night or knockout of the night, and a little extra bonus. That's still you ain't eclipsing 5 mil. You know what I'm saying? So these fighters, they definitely got to get a little bit smarter on the pay end, because that's the only knocker that I've always had with UFC. It's so you look at a boxer, he might fight maybe 2 or 3 times a year, and he can easily make $100 million. A UFC fighter, they'll fight maybe 3-4 times a year. They be hoping to clear 20 mil. So it was huge disparity. They both got to do all the training camp, get their bodies in shape, make weight. They both got to do all that shit, And come on, man, what are we doing, Dana White? Like,
I tell you the truth, big bro. The UFC has the advantage of, as boxing along the way had to master their corruptness. UFC already had a 150-year blueprint to work with. They're like, oh, this is what they doing? All right, keep your foot on their necks. And these fools ain't never getting up, because over the years, we've had certain boxers fight their way out of their contracts or whatever the slavery they had to deal with, and then we got it behind the scenes like, oh, this is what it's really like. No, I'm supporting my boxer and nobody else. Fan. That's what fan empowerment comes into play. But
Mm-hmm.
you don't even have that advantage because you can love John Bone Jones all you want. Dana White getting 90% and the government getting 50% of whatever's left over for John Bone. So it's just they got an advantage of a 150-year blueprint, that is predicated on corruptness.
Yeah, and really the only money that people like John Bone Jones really made was off endorsements.
Your own work.
Yeah, you got to make sure that you get them endorsement deals when you pretty much getting lowballed for your sport, and find a way to get other avenues of money. I mean, that's why you see Conor McGregor do the liquor and all that other shit and other ventures that could possibly bring in money, and that's why you saw him take that fight with Floyd. I mean, I don't even think he cared about winning or losing that fight. He was like, motherfucker, after this fight, I'm a winner, bro.
Same thing. Bring the gun. He dropped his heavyweight title in the UFC. Like, I'm about to go get a real bag. Whatever you can offer me as a champion, I'm gonna make more on an amateur fight. Fury.
Got his little license in state of Nevada real quick to box and said, man, let me go ahead and get this bag. He walked out of that fight. He said, no, I don't care if I lost. Go look at my bank account right now. Do you think I lost?
Did he fight Anthony Joshua?
No, I don't think so. But I saw. Okay, so Ngannou need to stay out the boxing ring after Anthony Joshua just rocked that boy's head.
Joshua Parker, I think it was.
Yeah, it was Anthony Joshua. Francis Ngannou was at one point was heavyweight champion over UFC, and he started boxing. And he just got dropped a few months ago. I'm like, oh yeah, you probably should stick to UFC, but it's just, man, it's somebody's once these fighters finally start getting smart and be like, hey man, we can't let this motherfucker keep getting all this big ass cut of these purses, man. Like, yeah, they're gonna have to band together. They're gonna have to. It's wild.
Yeah, which is highly unlikely given Eagles contracts. I mean, how long did it take the NFL players to band together just to get some concussion money? Like, damn, all y'all dealing with this. Why is it taking so long for y'all to unify on this front? You know what I mean? But
and they still need to get better at unifying because they still got some other things you got to clean up in the NFL, man.
Oh yeah, a lot. It's comparable to what the baseball players and basketball players are getting. Like, hey, I thought the NFL was king. We ain't living like kings.
Oh no, the NFL is king. The NFL players.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they living in good slave quarters. So
Hey, but that's dope, big bro. Man, it's always an epic when we link up, man. I just looked at the clock. It's 2 a.m. where I'm at. I'm like, oh Lord.
Nah. We in the same time zone. I'm in the Central too. So yeah. I was like, oh shit. I was like, yeah, it's all good, man. Hey man, I make my own schedule, so
Say it again, big bro. Shit, I was working over there with the Bottom Line cast, man. We was up and then got up with Couch Coach today, did a mock draft. I'm trying to keep up with you, big bro. I ain't gonna hold you, man. Every time I look up you live, I'm like, let me scramble up a story real quick.
Man, hey man, I just did something different today. I had put a little piece together because it's been a year since I've been back in Kansas City, and we got a good influx of Latin culture that's prevalent over here, and so man, I love tacos. So I just did a WildCard Mar Kansas City taco tour. I just started that, and I'm gonna drop the first episode later today. And then so I'm using an excuse to just go around the city, eat tacos, and just kind of do it like a little Kansas City taco tour. Because a lot of people don't know, man. I do my background before I even got into podcasting, man. I spent 18 years in the kitchen, man. So
Bro.
so I've been culinary degree and everything. So I spent a lot of time in the kitchen. So
Got appreciation for them foods.
nah, man. I only started cooking so I get the bitches, man. I just trying to cook the draws off, man.
Yeah. Do
It,
it,
it worked for me till I got a family. So
yeah.
uh, so yeah, man. That's the only reason why I did it. But nah, man. I that's my new project that I got going on. Something different, out the lane of sports. But I can still relate it to sports because, man, food and sports go hand in hand anyway. But
Right.
nah, man, that's my next adventure I got going on that I'm gonna drop today. Yeah, man, I always stay busy, man. My motto is at some point in time, man, somebody's gonna want to invest in my shit, and then everybody that I collab with, I'm gonna bring them up with me too. So whoever decides to put that full Brinks truck behind me, man, and it just won't be my mouth getting fed off that shit because I see a lot of people that are taking this craft and grinding and they putting in the work to do so. Hey, just be ready, bro. Just be
Nope.
ready. Uh yeah, man. At some point in time, man, and it's gonna make it so much uh meaningful for me to do that, just because I know that there's a lot of people getting it out the mud because I refuse to pay for likes and subs, man. And so
Same,
uh,
big.
yeah, I just won't do it. Hey, man, it's all real and authentic, man. Every like, sub, and follower is because they saw my content and it's like, yo, I can relate to old boy. So yeah, man. Hey, man, grind always pays off, bro.
Right, bro. Yeah, sure. And like I said, just keep trailblazing. You know what I mean? You definitely your hard work paying off. It's been a few times I was like, maybe I don't want to do this no more. And then once I linked up with you and Dan and all and Couch and Coach
Yeah,
Couch, all these guys are like, bro. Especially seeing everything that y'all got going on, man. It's iron sharpening iron for sure. You know what I mean?
nah,
So
no doubt. Hell, shit, I be having my days. I'm like, man, I ain't fucking this shit, man.
ain't gonna do nothing but lay up. Like
Hey, for real. And then my damn kids come in, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta feed y'all. So let me get back to it, man. I always think of my why. Why do I do it? And it's just like I said, man. It's just, and I look at my baby's faces. I want something to be passed down to them. God forbid if something was to happen to me. I want something to pass down, a legacy, man, and just know that they pops was trying to create something not just for him, but for other people in their families, man. I'm trying to have networks, man, studios across the whole country, man, so people can go create their content, man. And have their voice. So when I said the revolution gonna be televised, man, there's gonna be a point in time where ESPN is gonna be calling us, trying to get us to do their shit, and I'm gonna tell them no.
yeah,
I'm gonna tell them no. I
yeah.
said, yeah, y'all can't keep it real enough for your boy.
I was gonna do right by Pat McAfee. Y'all couldn't even, y'all ain't do right by the leader of our little clan. So you ain't gonna do right by me.
Hey, I can't wait for that day when I'm gonna have to tell them no. I'm like, y'all ain't got enough commas and zeros to make me corrupt for y'all, motherfuckers. So yeah, it's gonna be a day and a time they're gonna be knocking at the door trying to tell, or they're gonna hit me with a cease and disorder.
Yeah. Hey, what the?
Yeah,
Hey,
it's all right. I got the lawyers for. I got the lawyers one too, so it's okay. We
hey,
hey. Hey, they just don't understand, man. When this revolution is televised and is in full effect, man, they gonna see them ratings go down low. They'll know why. They'll know why.
definitely hanging banners, big bro, and I'm definitely to be within your network and your peer group, and definitely fam. Like I say, the whole ILW. Shout out to Shine. Shout out to Detroit Mail. Shout out to Melvin Wall, man. Down all of them, man. Like the
For sure.
brothers down there met through you. I know I'm gonna have bonds for life, bro. So definitely gonna be a good ride to the top, big bro. I'm gonna meet you there. I'll be there when you. Hopefully, you gonna be there when I get there, vice versa. Cause you dragging.
Shit, whoever get there first, man, just turn around and reach up, man. That's all that matters, bro.
Here come the
So
ladder. Here come the ladder.
always, you already know.
shout, shout out once more to our boy Omar over at Ball and Bud Sports. Man,
Always.
he's over there, man. That's great content. Definitely talking about the combat sports. Omar be getting busy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, bro, you know we got to link up for the next episode. Is always a movie. We're gonna chop it up, but I'm gonna tap in with you for the NFL draft for sure. I'll be in the comment section with nothing else.
Hey, if anything, I'll just send you the link, and if you got time to hop on, man, we'll definitely top it up. But while Nick, while we do our thing for the draft, so for sure, man, it's always a movie, bro.
Amen. You want to do your plugs?
Yeah,
People,
man. Hey, man, y'all know where to find me, man. Just going over to the Twitter page, KC WildCard Mar. I be posting all the content that I be doing right there. If you can't, find ILW Sports, 613 Fake Productions. I shout out my guys over there. Shout out my man Ryder and Simpson. We do the graveyard shift every Monday night. Shout out to my man Bobby G. We do the Audible podcast Friday nights. Yeah, man, always working. I'm always collabing. That's the reason why we call ourselves ILW Sports Network, man. We emphasize on that network part because, man, it's a lot of space for us all to network and no crab in the barrel over here, man. We all trying to push this fight forward to push our narratives. Hey, man, ESPN and FS1s ain't the only sports fans out here, man. So we doing that thing, baby.
Ain't the only ones dispensing sports information no more, man. You can get it from none of that yellow journalism, none of that cap.
That's a fact.
Straight from a sports fan talking to the sports fans. You can go to IOW. That's where I get my juice. You feel me? And nothing else. Come holler at your boy Tony the Savant. But
always.
But love, bro. And I'm just gonna go and hit the hay, man, because I gotta be up in a couple hours. It's gonna be a rough. It's gonna be real. I did ask, man. Game, the Lakers game just ended. We on West Coast time, baby.
Hey, much love, Tony, man. I'm proud of you, dog, man. I like I said in the messages the other day, man. Hey, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for my man Tony Savant. He's been grinding out here. I hit the subscribe button on his page. He was less than 20 subscribers. I had to be in like 18 or 19. Now my man's almost about to eclipse 500. So that's a true testament to my man's grind. So y'all make sure y'all keep showing my guys some love. All right? Man, you know what it is.
Appreciate you, big bro. And y'all have a good night. Get a goal accomplished. It's your boy, Tony the Savant. Peace.